guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be making green seasoning. Now Senegalese people call this seasoning nukus, Dominicans call it sofrito, but Jamaicans we just call it plain green seasoning. The way how you make your green seasoning vary by culture and country. However, it's the easiest way to add spice to and zing to anything that you're doing, your soup, your poultry, your stir fry, your wraps. The first thing I'm going to be doing is to wash my vegetables. Now guys, every single ingredient that I'm using, I'll list it with the measurements in the description box. So right here, I'm just soaking all my greens, my onion, my scallion, my thyme, my sage, my oregano, cilantro, all my green seasonings. I'll be washing them, guys. Now the ones in the pack, they say it's pre-washed or it's triple washed, but I like to go in and do my own washing. Okay, so this voiceover might be a little bit choppy, but bear with me. Okay, I like to go in with a second washing with the baking soda. I like to use baking soda, but if you do not have baking soda, feel free to use your vinegar, right? Whatever you have on hand, feel free to use. And if there's an ingredient that I put and you do not have it, feel free to substitute. Especially my Jamaica, we can turn around and make fashion with any little thing. So if you don't have cilantro, use a little scallion, use a little what else them have now. You could have used like even I have scallion thyme. You use anything that you have on hand, because if cilantro is not available, and guys, don't go looking for coriander and cilantro is the same thing. Now I'm using the 14-gram package, but feel free to use whatever amount you have on hand. The poultry blend that I just showed you, it has rosemary and sage in it, but if you don't have poultry blend, you could just go to the market, grab some rosemary and some sage. The rosemary give your every little thing a little zest. So guys, everything is self-explanatory from here, but feel free to comment and anything and tell me how you make your green seasoning wherever you're watching from. Now I finished washing all my seasoning, and I'll be going in cutting them up into like just the pieces that my blender will manage. I have a very powerful blender. I'm using my Vitamix blender, and it chops things very easily. Now I'll be coming in and explaining to you what I'll be doing, but everything from here is pretty much self-explanatory, as I said before. Oh, and guys, I did add ginger to this, but be careful with the amount of ginger that you add. All right, you don't want to overpower the seasoning. And I did add scotch bonnet pepper too. As I said, the ingredients will be listed below. When you're doing the scotch bonnet, if you have members in your family that do not like spice, try to take out the seeds, guys, so that they could they could use the season as well. But everything from here is pretty much self-explanatory. So guys, I've added all my seasoning to my blender, but as you can see, my blender, it wasn't moving because it didn't have enough liquid. I'm gonna have to use a muddle to get it get everything blending and going. I have a muddle that I use to make butter with this same blender, so I'm going to like use that muddle now to to combine the seasoning, because as you can see, I wasn't getting anywhere with the water and the oil. And you don't want to add too much water or too much oil either, because you do not want your green seasoning to be like watery. You're not making green sauce, you're making green seasoning, so it has to have some chunk in it, you know what I mean? So I am using my muddle now to just to get everything combined and blending. So there you go. You can see where everything is combining and everything is blending. I did add a little red pepper to give it a little bit color, but it's green season, so you don't have to add anything. If you don't have no red pepper or sweet pepper, you don't have to add it because it's actually green season. So guys, you could see where I'm blending here now, and from here I'm just going to keep on adding um the rest of my ingredients. I use 10 cloves of garlic, and this green season, you could make it the consistency, that's the consistency that I like, but you could make it your own. If you want it thicker, you add more. If you want it like runny, you could add like more water, more oil. It depends on, it depends on you guys, whatever you want to do. And guys, I'm adding a sweet pepper, a red sweet pepper, just to give it I think the ginger was too much, so I just put the sweet pepper in it to calm it down a bit. So I'm blending. I'm not going to blend it out too much because I want to have chunks of red in it, so I'm not going to blend it too much. But guys, it's just about it. Now you're gonna put your green seasoning in whatever. If you have mason jars, it's good for you to use mason jars because that will keep in the fridge for up to 4 months, so you don't have to worry about it going bad or anything, because the vinegar and the olive oil act as a preservative, so you don't have to worry about it going bad. No, I was going to use my my I was gonna use a funnel to get into the bottle, but it was too thick, and I like it that way, guys. I like it just the consistency that you see it's there. I like it just like that. So I store mine in mason jars. I store mine in any bottle that you have. You don't have to have mason jars. If you have an empty mayonnaise bottle at home, you could just pour it in the mayonnaise bottle because it will not go bad. But I like to use glass jars. So that's the consistency. As you can see, it's not too runny, it's not too thick, it's just enough to, when you're making your meat, like you're making your chicken, you put it on first over your chicken, and the powdered seasoning will adhere to it. It just give everything, guys, everything, from even egg. Even if you're frying an egg, you could use it on your egg. As I said before, stir fry your poultry, your soup, especially soup. I like to put it in the soup. So I've just made this one time. I used to follow other people on YouTube and make it their way, and then I started to add things to mine, like ginger and pimento and scotch bonnet pepper and any little thing I think when I did it the first time, I didn't add no oil, and I only add vinegar, like white vinegar, and it still was okay. I did it before and I added honey, it was still okay. So to me, you can't go wrong with this seasoning. So here I'm going to share this. So I have a big bottle for myself, and the other two I'll give them away to, my friends or close people I want to share it with. But I'm making 3 jars. Like the big jar lasts me for, it lasts a long time, guys, but I'm heavy handed when I'm cooking, so my jar probably lasts like 2 months most likely, or even less than 2 months, depends on when I find time to cook. Since nursing school, I haven't been able to cook much, but when I do find the time, I use my green seasoning. And that's it, guys. Feel free to try it out. Feel free to tell me how yours turn out, what you add to yours, and let's just say this is a judge free zone, so don't come for me with what I did or what I did not do. As I said before, make it the way you want to make it. Okay, this is just the way how I do it. Now guys, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. That would be so helpful for you to comment at least and give me a like. Okay, and stay tuned for my next video where I'll be doing I still have my perfume haul to do. I have a fragrance X haul to do. Now this little piece of video is just to make you laugh, because there's no way under God earth I expected that season to go through the funnel. Bye guys.
Ooh.